Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video I wanted to do something a little bit different and also something that I have wanted to do for ages. Basically I wanted to film a video talking about a dream that I had the night before the day I'm filming this. I've wanted to do a series on my channel for a while where I talk to you about dreams that I've had and stuff like that, because I'm one of those people that remembers like all of my dreams and remembers them quite vividly. So I always find it quite interesting to talk about them and to hear other people's dreams, and it's just quite interesting. I think so anyway, so hopefully you guys find this interesting too. But I thought I'd start it today because last night I had the most vivid, intense dream I think I've ever had, and it was quite a long one as well. Like, it felt really long. I know you don't actually dream for that long. I don't know if it's actually true, but I was always told that your dreams only last like 3 seconds. It's just your imagination that makes it feel like longer, but I have no idea if that's true. It's probably fake, to be honest. But yeah, I'm going to talk through my dream from last night. I'm going to start quite quickly because quite a lot happens. As you can probably tell from the title, it is about the new It film that came out in September. So yeah, this is the first dream I've had about it, and I thought I was going to be having nightmares after I'd watched it, but no. Didn't have any dreams about it for over a week, and then the dream I did have about it wasn't even really a nightmare, so yeah. Basically, I'll start with how the dream started, which was kind of unrelated, but some of it kind of merged together, so I'll kind of explain it. Basically, it started as me at college. You probably know I talk about it a lot, that I went to college and did a university degree course thing for 2 years. My dream started with me being there, but there was some of like my old friends from college who left after my first year, but there was some of them there, some of the newer people there, and I decided that I wanted to vlog. Of course I was dreaming about YouTube. And then all of a sudden we were at some kind of stage show. It was like in a big arena, like, I don't know, like where you'd go and see a concert. But there was like hardly anyone there, and Jedward were on the stage at first, and I wanted to get up and join in with them. But then Miley Cyrus and Ariana Grande came out and I was dancing with them, and it was really random. And then I got really jealous because after the show, someone, I can't remember who it was in my dream, I don't know if it was a friend or something, I can't remember now, but they met Jedward afterwards and I was really jealous. This sounds really random and completely unrelated to what I'm meant to be talking about, but yeah. Basically the whole vlogging thing, I've been trying to vlog this, and then I knew that I was going to do this scene or something, or go and be in it. I don't really know. It's really confusing. I decided to take my vlog camera with me, and I was like, right, let's vlog the rest of the day as well, because it's about to get a lot more interesting. So that's what I did. Don't think I ended up vlogging any more of what happens in this dream. In the dream. Oh my god, this is so confusing to explain. First, before I actually dreamt about the It film, I dreamt about a clown in general, which was probably the scariest part of the dream, but wasn't like really bad. Basically, I was in a house and there was a weird clown chasing us. Sounds horrific, and normally that would be a nightmare for me, but I feel like it wasn't that bad. And he basically was like, you've got 10 seconds to hide, or, you know, I'm gonna get you. So I hid under this table because there was no hiding spaces whatsoever. So I hid under this table that had a really long tablecloth, but I knew that that was obvious because that would be the only place that anyone would be able to hide. So I knew he was going to find me. That's one of the dreams that I have quite often, like I'm trying to hide from someone or like something scary, and I always try and wake myself up before they get to me. Like sometimes I'm aware that I'm dreaming and I know I can wake myself up. It's really weird. And he was like searching around the house going, don't wake yourself up, don't wake yourself up, I want you to experience this, whatever. But I managed to wake myself up. I think I woke myself up. I don't know if I was dreaming that I woke myself up. Dreams are really weird. You can probably relate to some of these things because sometimes you don't even understand what's going on yourself, but I think I woke myself up, or I dreamt that I woke myself up, and then I was like, yes, I got out of it. Who knows? That happened. And then it goes on to the actual whole It thing. It started with like eating a meal with my family. Basically how this dream worked, it started off or like in bits of the dream it was me sat in bed watching the film, but then the most part I was a character in the film, and it's really weird, but it's actually quite cool when I think about it. Like, I quite enjoyed the dream. And there was a part where I was eating a meal with my family. This is me as the character now, and it was eating with us, but he was disguised as my brother. And basically how it worked was that he looked like his normal self, like the guy who plays Pennywise. Before I carry on, I'm just going to insert some pictures of him because he is an absolute beauty. So that was nice to be able to dream about him because, you know, it's nice to look at. Anyway, yeah, it was sort of him like as looking normal, and he was like my brother, and I didn't know that he was also it. Then we were in the house a bit later on and it was him as it. There was like a few of us in the house and he was trying to chase us and whatever and get us. And then he thought that, sorry, I'm reading the notes off my phone. If you can see me keep looking down at my phone. I wanted to note it all down so I remembered everything. As soon as I woke up, I was like, I'm writing this down. I think people had been killed or taken away one by one or whatever. I didn't really see it all. It just got to a point where he thought that I was the last one in the house. But Beverly from the film, she's an actual character from the film. I don't know if you've seen it or not, but she was actually in the house, but he didn't realise she was still there, and I saw her walk past the door and she hid in the cupboard under the stairs, thinking she's Harry Potter apparently. He didn't realise she was there, and he said to me, he was like, right, you're the last person here, so I'm not leaving until I've killed you or I've got you or whatever. Then I managed to escape and I headed off to the airport to fly away so that I could escape from him. My nan came with me. She didn't look like any of my actual like family members, like she didn't look like my actual nan or anything, but she was the nan character because obviously the character I was playing wasn't me anyway. So yeah, I hope this is making sense, although dreams don't usually make sense. But I'd managed to quickly chuck some clothes together in a bag and head off to the airport, and my nan was there to wave me off. Whilst I was dreaming, I was like, this is where the first film ends and then the sequel will come later on, because if you don't know, there's going to be a sequel to the new It film, but in the original film and in the book it's all in one, and basically it's when the kids are older and it turns out that Pennywise has come back. I've walked away from my nan and I'm queuing up to get on the plane, and then suddenly, and she thinks I'm already on the plane, and then it comes in but disguised as my brother, and he's like pretending that he's really stressed and like wondering where I've gone, and he's running in like, oh my god, have I missed it? Is it too late? Has she already left? And she's like, yeah, sorry, she's just got on the plane. And he's like, oh no, what a shame. But obviously he's just trying to find me to kill me. Christ, I could write a film. Right, I need to get into contact. I'm copywriting this video and this idea, and I'm getting into contact with whoever made these films, and I'm getting into contact with Stephen King. Get me in on the directing for the next film, I swear. I'm a pro. I'm obviously joking, but yeah. Yeah, he's acting like he's really heartbroken that he didn't get to say goodbye, and it's all really emotional, but obviously he just wanted to know where I was so that he could come and find me, and you know. But I hadn't actually got on the plane at this point. I was actually just round the corner and I was queuing up to get on the plane, and then it gets a bit weirder now. I think she goes and sits like in this like seating area, like, and there's a window where you can see like the room next to it, and she notices that I'm still queuing up. She's like, oh, she's not even got on the plane yet. And this is where I could like see myself, because I suddenly was the nan character. I don't know if you ever get that with dreams, like you switch between points of view, but I was like viewing from the nan's point of view at this point, and I could see me in the queue to get on the plane, and me as the nan notices a weird centipede like creature behind me in the queue. It was like quite big, but it was probably about that big, but it was meant to be a centipede, and it was just like crawling behind me in the queue. It turns out it's just it that has transformed into this creature so that it can try and follow me onto the plane just as like a bug or whatever. so no one would really like notice, even though it was a giant bug. And then someone else realises that it's it, so he's like, right, I'm gonna go squish the bug because that'll kill him. So he goes, runs round, goes to squish him. Obviously it notices and grows into this massive creature. It kind of looks like some kind of mythical creature, and it like, and he like gets his, like, he's got like a hoop. I think it was kind of like a unicorn, not a unicorn, like a horse mixed with a bat, or like a, I don't know, it was weird. And he like squished the guy instead, because he thought, because obviously the guy was going to squish him, but then he turned into this massive thing and squished the guy instead. But for some reason no one batted an eyelid at it, and then he just sort of turned round and turned back into a centipede casually and carried on in the queue. This is really weird. Everyone's going to be watching this like, what the hell? I got there safely, back as my character again. Well, not my character, but back as this character that I was playing again, the girl. And I got there safely, and I was walking around outside the airport, but then I realised that it had followed me there. I turned around and I could see him coming towards me. He was the clown at this point, and I was like, oh god. So I was running, trying to get through people, and then I was going up to people like, help me, get him away from me. He's trying to kill me. And people were like, so as I carried on running and getting away, people were realising, and they were trying to push him back and be like, don't chase her, get away from her. So that gave me a bit more time to get further on without him following so close behind. Then my characters ended up staying at a new house with some people that I knew, and that was where I was going to be living. And there was like a mom and like, I think like 3 daughters, and then I was like their friend or something. I don't know where I'd started and where this plane had taken me, but who knows. But then it also made it to the house as well, so didn't really work out too great trying to escape him. The way my character found him was when like I went into the garden and I looked, and it was like I don't think it was a garden, I don't know if it was like a street area or like a side street, and I walked out and then I saw him. And then if you've seen the new film, you will know there's a scene with Beverly where she's just been taken by it, and then she's like waking up in this weird place, and suddenly Pennywise does this like dance, and it's really weird and kind of funny but also kind of creepy. Basically it was that again, but he was doing that in front of me instead. And at this point there was a moment where it snapped back to me sat in bed watching the film before I went to bed. You know, I mentioned earlier on, like, it kept, like, a couple of times it switched between me actually being in it and me watching it. But then it snapped back to me watching it in bed, and I was, like, looking at my telly and kind of turning away, like, this is getting really scary. I shouldn't be watching this before I go to sleep because it's gonna give me nightmares, which is really weird and really ironic because I was worrying about dreaming about it. Then it switched back to me being the character again. When he's done the dance, he does that dance for her, and then he like rushes towards her, and it was basically like that again, but it was me instead of Beverly. And he like came up to me, he was about to get me and kill me, I guess, but then someone on this bike like came and grabbed him, and they like flew through this like hoop thing in the air. It was like, I don't know how to explain it. Sometimes buildings have like metal like railing kind of things coming off it, and he went through something like that. I can't explain it, don't really know what it was, but he like pushed him through that, and they sort of like went away. And then I went back into the house, but then he's there again, but with some random woman, and they're trying to find us again in the house. Then it sort of turns into a thing where they're not actually trying to hurt us, they're just looking around the house and just having a chat with us. I can't remember exactly what they were saying, but I was still very wary of it, so I was like still hiding. Well, I wasn't hiding because they kind of knew where I was, but I was sort of avoiding them because I still didn't trust them. And then I woke up, like actually woke up. So that was my dream. Overall, basically, what happened, I dreamt that 1 minute I was vlogging me being at some performance with Miley Cyrus and Jedward and Ariana Grande, and then being on stage with them. Then suddenly I was like, oh, I'm going off to do something exciting now, I better carry on vlogging. Took my vlog camera in my pocket or in my bag, and then went off to do this it thing. It wasn't like I knew I was an actor in this film, that's not what it was. It was like a real thing, and I was this person, and it was like, it wasn't me being an actor going to film it. It was like it was actually happening. But then there was also moments where I was watching it. I don't know if this makes any sense, it's really hard to explain. And then I was getting chased by it, tried to escape him, then he kept finding me, and then eventually it all worked out. He was disguised as my brother, because it turns out my brother was it. That was my dream. Probably didn't make any sense. The more I think about it, it's actually quite a fun dream. Sounds weird, but I do love dreams. Like, I do love dreaming a lot. That's why I'm so happy that I always remember my dreams so well. Because I just find it really interesting, and I love dreams. I know there's some that are like really horrible that obviously I hate, but it was a fun dream. I really enjoyed it, if that makes sense at all. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna end it there. A very, very random video, but I thought it'd be fun to talk about, and I think if I have more like weird dreams or interesting dreams, I could do them and I could talk about them in videos, and you guys could listen to what happens in my brain, apparently. It might seem silly to make a video like this, and I'll probably think to myself whilst I'm editing it, like, why am I doing this? This feels really weird to be randomly talking about this, and I don't know if anyone's going to enjoy it, but I know that I would enjoy it, and I enjoy talking about it, so I know there will be some of you guys that like it too. So yeah, if you did enjoy this random little video, give it a thumbs up and comment down below any responses you have to this, if you thought it was weird, I don't know. Also, if you'd like me to continue this as a series, and whenever I have a dream that I feel like I could talk about to you guys, I'll film it and put it up on my channel. Also, let me know any other video suggestions you have for me down below. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, because I am so close to 700 subscribers, and it'd mean a lot if I could reach that soon. But yeah, I will see you in the next video. Bye!